Hello and welcome to the news update on Enterprise Television. I am Henry Igwebike. We begin with the local news for today, where we have that the federal government says it will soon reveal the identities of those financing terrorism in Nigeria. A presidential aide, Daniel Bwala, explained that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration is already taking strong decisions on national security, with plans to expose individuals and networks supporting terrorist groups. Bwala stressed that terrorism is now a global threat that crosses borders, requiring stronger international cooperation. He noted that the world's power understand the need to support countries like Nigeria, especially as extremist groups shift their operations towards the Sahel, creating new areas of instability. At the AU and the EU summit in Angola, President Tinubu, represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima, warned against the use of private military contractors in African conflicts. He insisted that African nations must lead their own peace and security efforts, arguing that private actors undermine sovereignty and weaken coordinated regional responses. And to other local news, we have it that amid worsening insecurity marked by killings, mass abductions, and terrorist attacks, several states' House of Assembly are now considering the creation of state police. This follows President Tinubu's call for constitutional amendments to allow states establish their own police forces, as federal security agencies struggle to protect over 200 million citizens with fewer than 400,000 officers. As the National Assembly continues its constitution review, states like Plateau, Sokoto, and Borno have expressed readiness to support and legalize state police. Plateau lawmakers say the rising violence in communities across the state demands urgent reforms, while Sokoto legislators cite the success of their community guard corps as proof that local policing can truly work. However, state police cannot be created until the constitution is amended. Nigerians now await the National Assembly's decision, hoping that enabling state-level policing will help curb banditry, terrorism, and the growing wave of attacks across the country. And now to the economy and finance news. We have it that the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, is currently burdened with about 8.07 trillion naira in crude-backed loan obligations tied to multiple forward sales and projecting financing deals. These facilities were used to refinance debt, support cash flow, fund refinery rehabilitation, and meet government revenue needs. And equally, they require the company to repay through large volumes of crude and gas deliveries. Major exposure include the Project Gazelle, Project Yield, Project Leopard, and the Eagle Export Funding Arrangement, which collectively commit about 213,000 barrels per day of Nigeria's crude production. NNPCL also owes the Nigeria LNG for an upfront gas supply financing deal, adding to its outstanding obligations. These commitments significantly reduce the volume of crude available for fresh revenue, affecting the country's fiscal inflows. Analysts, of course, say that Nigeria's heavy reliance on crude for loan deals, many lacking transparency, has contributed to declining oil earnings despite improved production in 2024. They argue that the opaque swap agreement, forward sales, and off-balance sheet deals have weakened government revenue, and urge the government to publish full details of all crude-backed transactions to restore confidence in Nigeria's oil income reporting. And now to business news on Enterprise Television. Dangote Petroleum Refinery will start supplying 50 million liters of petrol daily from December 1 to prevent festive season fuel shortages. The company aims for 1.5 billion liters monthly through the holidays, maintaining the same output in January of 2026, and increase to 1.7 billion liters in February. Currently producing 40 to 45 million liters daily, the refinery has sufficient stock to meet Nigeria's demand. It is collaborating, of course, with petroleum marketers for smooth nationwide distribution and supporting the shift to CNG haulage to cut logistic costs. Expansion plans will boost the capacity to 1.4 million barrels per day and create over 100,000 jobs in the country. During a visit from the South-South Development Commission, officials praised the refinery's role in industrial growth and pledged regional support, while Dangote also assured the NMDPRA of transparent daily production reporting and requested faster crude import clearance to avoid delays. And now to foreign news, we have it that the U.S. President Donald J. Trump announced that all airspace around Venezuela is completely closed, a statement he made on his Truth Social platform. This comes as his administration increases pressure on President Nicolas Maduro. The U.S. has deployed major military assets to the Caribbean, including the world's largest aircraft carrier. Venezuela condemned Trump's comments as an illegal and unjustified colonialist threat, which is a quote that stated, while Cuba accused the U.S. of escalating military aggression. The White House has not clarified Trump's statement, leaving uncertainty over whether it signals a new policy or is part of his ongoing campaign against Maduro's government. And now to sports news for today. Arsenal were held to a 1-1 draw by 10-man Chelsea after a tense London derby at Stamford Bridge. Moises Caicedo was sent off late in the first half for a harsh foul on Mikel Merino, yet Chelsea still took the lead through a Trevor Chalobah header. Merino later equalized, ensuring Arsenal avoided defeat in the bruising clash. The Gunners remain 5 points ahead of Manchester City and 6 above Chelsea, but they missed a chance to extend their lead in the title race, while Chelsea were relieved to escape with a point. Both sides came into the game in strong form after Champions League wins, but the match quickly turned the fury with multiple bookings. Despite being without William Saliba, Arsenal stayed unbeaten in 17 games, while Chelsea showed they remain a serious threat with a determined display. Now to entertainment news on Enterprise Television, we have it that Ashake's upcoming Lagos Homecoming concert has sparked controversy after the announcement of 300,000 naira ticket prizes. What was meant to be a celebratory return for the global alphabet star is now facing backlash online, with many fans accusing organizers of pricing out the true supporters. Social media users have expressed disbelief and frustration, noting that tickets for international shows are often cheaper, sometimes less than half the price. Longtime fans feel the high cost disregards those who supported Ashake since his early street pop days. The outrage has grown intense, with fan pages warning that the premium pricing could dampen excitement around the event. Comparisons to ticket fees for other top artists like Rema, Davido, and even international stars like Chris Brown have fueled the debate, highlighting the perceived disconnect between cost and accessibility for local fans. Thank you for watching and listening. Please do well to follow us if you may. You can always find us, reach us when you visit us at enterprisetvnews.com. You may equally rewatch, download, and share if you may when you visit us at Enterprise TV 7. I am Henry Gwebike. Thank you for watching. Have yourself a splendid day. Bye-bye.